All right, folks, in that light, a former West Virginia lawmaker who went to prison after January 6th is once again throwing his hat in the ring. Derrick Evans once served as a West Virginia state delegate and is now ready to run for U.S. Congress. Derrick, welcome to Wake Up America Weekend.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it. Happy to be back on Newsmax.
So I'm actually shocked by this whole story when I heard about it. Tell us what happened. You went there to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard on January 6th, and what happened?
Yeah, I showed up there just like everybody else not to overthrow the government, but to ask our members of Congress to do their constitutional duty, which was to send the results back to the states to allow the states to investigate and then to make the certification themselves. I walked through open doors, received a fist bump from a police officer, and told people not
hold
to,
on, let me
to
stop you there.
Anything.
Walk through an open door, fist bump from a police officer, not a blockade or anything?
That is 100% correct. And look, it's all on video. It's pinned to the top of my social media. People can see it for themselves. I thanked a police officer for his service, said, thank you, I have respect for you. He gave me a fist bump. So I walked on inside and never touched anything, never destroyed anything, and actually informed others to not do that as well.
And then what happened?
I walked out after 10 minutes. Didn't think much of it, to be honest with you. Got back into cell phone service. My phone was blowing up from the liberal mainstream media. Didn't know what was going on. And then started seeing videos from the other side of the building and started thinking, oh man, they think I was with that crowd. Still didn't think it was really a big deal in terms of legal issues. And then January 8th, the FBI raided my house and
raided your house
and arrested me. Yep.
No knock warrant, just kicked in your door and came in at gunpoint?
Luckily, they did. They actually, it was during the day, luckily for me, and others were not so fortunate, and they did knock on the door, but there was a full team here. I was home alone with my 3 kids at the time. I have 4 kids now, and they took me down to the local office here, and then I had an 18-month legal battle.
What were you charged with?
In June, and went to prison for 3 months.
What were you charged with?
I was originally charged with 2 misdemeanors. A few months later, they added 2 more misdemeanors. Then they came back later and offered me the 1512, or indicted me on the 1512 obstruction of official proceeding, which is one of the charges that the January 6th sham committee just offered up for President Trump. It comes with a 20-year prison sentence. So I was facing 24 years in prison for walking through an open set of doors. Ended up pleading guilty to civil disorder and served 3 months in prison.
So let's back up here. Just be honest. No legalese. Did you know that you weren't supposed to go in the Capitol, or was it just seemed like it seemed like it was an open door?
Honestly, I knew earlier in the day we weren't necessarily supposed to be in there. I didn't realize it was closed for COVID. I didn't know people were still doing that. But I didn't think it was that big of a deal, if that makes sense. I saw people pounding on the doors during the Kavanaugh hearings. I saw people protest in there countless times over the years. I thought, if anything, I would get like a $100 citation or something. That's what I thought would be the most punishment I would receive. And
then, so you went to jail 3 months. I mean, it seems excessive for the People's House. But now you're running for Congress. And what is the media reaction to that?
Well, the liberal media is losing their minds over it. I think it's hilarious. I also received an email or a screenshot of an email from Hillary Clinton and the DNC sending out a survey asking if I should be allowed to run and trying to raise money off of it. I think it's hilarious that Pelosi and the Dems sat in an office and had a little meeting about little old me here from West Virginia. But that's where we're at right now, and the people of West Virginia are excited. Yeah, well, if you get elected, sir, I want to see a video of you walking through and fist bumping that same officer on your first day in the House. Derrick Evans. Absolutely, man. And I'll just tell you this time when I go back, I'm taking the people of West Virginia and God-fearing conservatives from all across this country with me. I'm going to represent everyone. Now, Derrick, sorry you went through what you went through. I think there's a lot to be answered for as far as the investigation into a lot of people that were there, but we appreciate being here, sir. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I appreciate it. God bless you guys, and God bless America. America.